Hi, everybody. Welcome to Monkey Island Madness. This is a live show taped over at Ustream TV. Normal time is Mondays at 1 o'clock Eastern. Come on over and join us live because it's really fun. Today is an impromptu stream, and I'm going to be making some Halloween backgrounds for an ATC swap that we're doing. Yeah. So my boss, Eileen, has told me, I am talking to a live chat, by the way, that Halloween colors are black, purple, and orange. So that's what we're going to be using. I cannot imagine how this is going to turn out, but yeah, let's go for it and see. I'm wiping these bottles because I keep getting powder on my papers. And Indigo said, hi, Robert.
Hi.
So he's just sitting here being a good boy. Oh, you don't think they sell the magicals individually? Doggone it. I don't want to spend $17 because I need one color. That's stupid. Okay, so any of you with magicals out there, if you want to sell your Danny Zuko blue, I'll buy it. Just saying. Because I really don't want to buy the whole set for that one color. What else is in that set? Yeah, I don't want to buy the whole set because there's... Yeah, because see, I don't use the brown or the green. Yeah, I don't know. I'll think about it later. All right, I'm going to wet this watercolor paper, and we're on our way. These are, if you're watching this on YouTube, these are Lindy Stamp Gang flat magical powders. They come in tubes like this, and you can get them in an ungodly amount of colors. I have, 6 sets? So my selection is somewhat limited, but whatever. And I don't have any of the shimmer ones. And I'm working on watercolor paper. It's real cheap, 90-pound, like kids grade watercolor paper. Only the singles on Lindy's are in the shakers. Oh, do they? Does that particular color come in a shaker? I'd buy the shakers, actually. Those might be fun. I should order some of them just to try it. All right, Eileen, I'm starting out with the orange. I always start with the lightest color. It's just what I do. And CB, I will try not to get carried away. Look at how it just bursts into color. How can you not love that? No, only, okay, I already read that. Okay. Ah, that's so cool. One nice thing about the watercolor paper is it is absorbent, but the water does sit on top before it starts absorbing, and that's why you get that burst of color. The shakers are all shimmer. Okay, then I'm not doing that. Not doing that. All right. Are we, honest to God, going to add purple to this, Eileen? I'm thinking I should dry this before I add anything, because purple and orange, you know what's going to happen if you do that. You're going to get nothing but mud. Oh, I should have gone out and gotten all the baby wipes. I'm almost out of these baby butt smelling baby wipes, and I can hardly wait. Ugh. They make me gag. Looks like a koi pond, for real. I'm going to lift it up so you guys can see, like that puddle right there. Is that not cool? Alright, I'm going to go ahead and dry it like this because I like this right now, even though it's not Halloweenish yet. But by the time we add the purple and black, OMG. Yeah, I hate the scented ones. You know what? Yeah, that Carol's ink thread trick, that was cool. I've seen that before. Yeah, I really like that. Um, you know what? Since I'm making, let's see, I'll be making 18, or I actually end up making 20 all the time. ATCs, I think I will do 2 sheets and try and make them kind of identical, okay? So whenever I decide what design I'm putting on top, the color is not an issue. So I'm going to do 2 just the same. We're not going to worry about paper, you know, because we got plenty of it. So we'll work on one and then put it aside and then work on the other. Isn't that amazing how that works? Oh, I love that. I'm going to leave this one just like this. I'm not going to spray it. I'm not going to, well, I'm going to spray here because it's kind of dry. But otherwise, I'm going to leave it just like it is. And all the powder looks like it's dissolved for the most part. Maybe not there or there. Okay. Alright, so I'll set this one aside and let it dry, and we'll work on 2 at the same time. So this is the first one. And then you guys won't have to sit around and listen to so much blow drying, you know? Because this one, other than a little puddle right there, which I'll go ahead and sop up a little bit of it, and I'm going to blow quickly, I'll blow this dry, and then we'll do the purple next. Purple and orange, OMG. The thing about this is, though, after you get the paper wet, it starts warping and you end up with hills and valleys, and then the colors are all going to run into the valleys. Well, then you know what's going to happen. You're going to end up with a bunch of mud right in the valleys. So I'm going to try and straighten this as much as I can. So I don't have that issue to deal with, you know. Alright, I'm going to spray it again, and we're going to drop some purple. Now, Eileen, I'm assuming, and let me fix this camera real quick. There, that's better. Yeah, that's better. I'm assuming that you wanted this bright purple, not that lavender color, and those are my only two options for purple. So, and I didn't spray right on top of any of those spots of color. So, I hope this is what you meant, Eileen. Here we go. Here goes nothing. If I end up loving this, oh wow, I'm gonna freak out. Remember, I still got to add black. I'm not going to add much black, though. I promise you that. CB, I may have gotten carried away. Don't beat me. That purple is just so crazy. I don't mind it so much if it doesn't mix, you know. And I'm leaving a little bit of white here and there. It is very strong, Monique. That purple is just like knock your eyeballs out. And like I've told you guys before, these powders are supposed to be permanent if they're fully dissolved. This purple that's a big fat lie. This purple moves no matter how dissolved it is. I mean, on those one papers where it had just absorbed totally into the paper, it still moves. When I put matte medium on it, man, it still moves. So I need a smaller brush. Oh, but this is my brush. I could get a smaller brush. All right, just to make CB happy, I'm going to use this. I got this cheap-ass makeup brush at Dollar Tree for $1. But it's so soft and it's so nice. I will try this, CB, okay? And if I still get carried away, I don't know what to tell you. You like these colors together? They're not horrible. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Looking at the camera, it's really pretty. I don't like that big blob right there. So I think I'll sop it up. I'll just use a dirty napkin over here. An eyeshadow brush. Actually, now right in there is some kind of awesome. I'm going to pick it up and show you guys. Oops. And it's not likely to run. Like right in there where the purple and the orange have kind of mixed and there's speckles of each. Now I like that a lot. I guess it's just personal preference, right? I mean, for a Halloween card or an ATC art swap, these colors aren't bad together, but in real life, I would never have these colors together. Just wouldn't do it. Look at how much purple I picked up. That's a lot. I'm going to spray a couple of these where it looks like the powder has not completely dissolved. I'll pick up that because I don't like it. And the black, I really don't want to just put the black on here now. It scares me. Yeah, tiny black. I agree, CB. Tiny, tiny black. I'm going to add just a little bit of orange over here. And I mean tiny, CB. Tiny, tiny. Done. See, when I said tiny, I meant it. Okay. And that pile right there in the middle where I said I might have gotten carried away, that will not go away. All right, it's just going to be there. All right, I'm going to blow this one. Oh, I got to do the purple on the other one. I'll let this one sit aside and dry. And we'll do this one just like we did that one, only I might have to dry this just a little bit, not much. Yeah, just a little black, I agree. I don't have as much orange on this one. All right. Let me smush this down and get it somewhat flat so I don't have valleys where it all runs. Probably as flat as it's going to get. All right, you ready for this? All right, I'm using a different brush this time, CB. So hopefully it won't be cuckoo crazy. Oh, maybe this isn't a good idea. That's a lot of little hairy brushes. Well, I guess when I tap it off, it's, oops, that one I should have tapped off a little bit. That's okay, we need the color. I guess this one is a little easier to control. Okay, I have a new magical brush now. Oh, look at that down there. That is so cool right here. This is so cool down in here. I love that. All right, that's enough. No more. I'm going to have to spray right in there. That wasn't too bad, right, CB? I didn't go cuckoo crazy. How to get high using magicals. Hi, Terry Lutz. That was, you still think that was too much, CB? I need a brush with 5 hairs in it? Oh. Ah. I think, I like coverage. I mean, how are you going to get coverage without using stuff? I don't know. They're just giving me crap. That's what the deal is. I'm just getting a load of crap. Load of crap. All right. I'm going to try and move this without moving all the colors everywhere. Yeah, see, now I'm going to have enough paper to do all of them. Cool. cool. Alright, this one I'm going to have to blow. It's still kind of dry. So, like the water ran down in the valleys, just like I knew it would. I don't like that right there. That annoys me. I'm going to wet it and pick it up. That annoys the hell out of me. I don't think it's going anywhere. Get over it, girl. That's alright. And one thing I gotta remember is that after the papers are cut up, they look so different. Oh, Mac, I ignore you guys completely. Especially Arlene. Only when you guys say, oh, that's so beautiful, do I go, oh, thank you. And I don't mind admitting out loud that I'm really scared about this block. I've used it once before and I saw what it did. It was frightening. Just getting the color to run a little bit. Look at this down in here, you guys. This is really weird. And it has to come from the purple. But can you see that light bluish green in there? And how it kind of separates out at the edges? Yeah. That's really weird. I like it. And the crazy thing is about these papers, they look a mess. I mean, they look an absolute mess until you do something with them, and then they're amazing. Alright, before it gets too dry, I'll go ahead and sop up that little bit of remaining moisture that will run and smear and spread. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'll turn it over and try and flatten it. Yeah, I like the separation too. I don't understand how it happens, and I'm sure it's the rate that each of the pigments dissolve. I mean, that's about the only thing it can be, and that the blues move out, and that's the only thing that makes sense to me. But I really, really like it. Like down in there, it's just, you can really see it. It's really apparent. All right. Take a deep breath. A deep, deep breath. All right. CB, how about I get out this brush for the black? It's like, see it on my finger? It's really tiny. I think I'm doing a little bit of black. And I'll do it in the sections where there's still some white showing. Like in there, that looks like it's white. I'm going to show you guys. Because when I look at the camera, it's like, well, there's a white spot right there. But when you pull it up close, look, it's not white at all. I mean, it's got a lot of interesting things going on in there. What happens if I dip my finger in the Magicals? Well, I don't know. Should we try it, or should I just do it the way I've been doing it? And Eileen's going, oh my God, CB, don't tell her to do that. Thanks for the free advice, Monique. The thing is, if I wet the paper and I put, I use my finger just to put it just where I want it, I don't know. It's worth a try, CB. Let's do it. No, I didn't get new ones, Kathy. These are my same old ones. Same old ones. And black is going to be hard to work on top of, too, you guys. So that's another thing. I'm going to use that little brush, CB. I'm not putting my finger in there. I'll use just like what's on the edge of the jar. And I'll flick it off too. Yeah, see, like I just put that little tiny bit of amount, and I mean it was tiny, tiny. Oh, you guys have me scared to death to do this. Okay, that's too much. I know that's too much. All right, before I add any more, I'm going to, oh, wet your finger. All right, let's see how this goes. I can't put my wet finger in there. All right, see how just a little tiny bit of amount I used. This little brush is definitely better, I will say that. Monique's saying, I love black, just go for it. Yeah, right. Well, this whole page will be black at the rate I do things, Monique. For real. I mean, I'm so not kidding you. Oh, and I had the lid there, and I sprayed into it. Yay me. Alright, see, like, this is... I don't think I've gone overboard yet, so I'll keep going. Until I do, right? You definitely got Halloween colors going on here, Eileen. Definitely. The other thing that might have been cool is just putting the black on one edge and letting some drippage go down. That's, and I'm thinking like I may have enough black now. Because I really don't want it. If I need other colors to fill in, I'd rather go back and add them later. Actually, I wish it would just do that. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. This whole big thing of purple here is very annoying to me. Very, very annoying. Now, I like that in there where the orange has kind of run a little bit. I'm going to pick up some of this black that has run because I can always add some back. But like that's wrecking that great big orange cool spot right there. Oh, I wish I could show you. It's too wet to show you guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and add some little bit of black in there. It's because I don't like that purple the way it is. Maybe I added too much. I don't know. Leave the purple alone. Oh, too late. I added just a little bit of black. And I'm hoping it'll speckle like that other one did, and it won't run. Too late, CB. Now, I do like what the black has done down here. Down here, where it's just kind of curved around the orange. I like that. Yeah, it does look Halloweeny. That is for absolute certain. Now, who in the world decided that purple, orange, and black were like the hallmark Halloween colors? I'm going to add some orange back in over here. And over here too. The edges are kind of boring. Yeah, I'm going to dry this and add, oh, well, I don't know. That black going in the orange is okay with me, I guess. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just set this one a little bit. You're sounding more and more like Eileen. Now you read it. Well, CB, I guess the thing I can say about that is there are worse people you could sound like. Edgar Allan Poe picked the colors. You are not. Alright, this one's going to be set aside and dried. It's a good thing this is for Halloween, because if it was for my real life, that would be going in the garbage right now. Alright, we're pulling the other one over, the second one over. And it still has petals of purple that I'm going to have to clean up a little bit. In there we've got some mud. Alright, I'm going to have to blow this one real quick. Not very long though. And I'm sorry if this is loud, you guys, but the camera's like literally right there. Yeah, I think it'll be okay. And if I want more black, I can add it back in the individual colors. This one has too much purple up in here, I think. I don't like that. Yeah, I'm always amazed after I cut it up how different it looks than when I was working on it. I will agree with that. But keep in mind too, I can always add oxides on these too. I can. Because I have the purple, I have the wilted violet, and the spice marmalade, orange and purple. And I have not decided, honestly, if I'm going to order the newer colors. I haven't gotten the bug that much yet. I'm going to let this water sit for a minute, because one of the things I liked was when the powder splattered down on it, that it just kind of made spots here and there. I like that. So I'm not going to get carried away, CB. Okay, here's just a little bit of powder. This might be a cool idea. I put my little tiny finger right there on the cap and set it right there. Can you see what it did? It looks like a pile of worms. So actually, that may not be a bad idea, CB. Because, boy, you can, if you do it this way, you can get it right where you want it. And there's no warning about Don't put your fingers in this, right? No, I like the effect of the powder hitting the water. So otherwise I end up with just circles. Nope, we're going for it. This is it. We are going for it. Happy Saturday to you, Lynn. A pile of worms from CB. Now that, oops, that's off camera. Let me move it down where you can see it. That was a lot right there. All right, I'm really trying. I'm really trying. I'm putting it away. Putting it away. That's not too much black, right? Well, you're right. We'll put the oxides where there's white. So I think we're going to leave that alone because it's not too much black yet. But if I do anything else, it might get that way. So now in here, I like this, but I can't lift it yet. Hang on. Heat gun. The other day, Eileen, you called me OCD. So later on, I was sitting around thinking about words that would be OCD would be a good acronym, and I think I decided on occasionally clever and delightful. So when you call me OCD now, just think of that I'm occasionally clever and delightful. I found it on a napkin that I'm getting ready to use. All right, I think it won't run now. I can move it. We'll bring the other one back. It definitely is looking Halloween-ish. And we've got two that are very close. So, because I'm only going to enter once. Because starting next Monday, Robert goes back into treatment. So my time will be, maybe limited again. I never know. Now, I really like how the black there has run down into the orange. I like that. Let me see if this is the place I wanted to show you guys where the black, can you see there where the colors have separated? That was black, and you can see the yellow, the red, the blue, the green. You can see all the colors. They totally separated. Isn't that funny? So, and right there has turned to absolute mud. So I'm going to sop that up. I'm not going to let it dry like that. Okay, we're going to go ahead and finish blowing this one completely dry. And then, oh, CB missed the pile of worms. Oh, doggone it. And it's magicals. We can't recreate it. He's doing great, Monique. No worries with him. So far, so good. I think somebody's beating on my door. Hang on, let me go check. Oh my God! I cannot believe you standing at my door.
You can't?
I can't.
Look at this, darling. I'm standing at your
Oh
door.
my gosh.
How are you, baby?
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
Well, I'm alive and well.
Come on in. I'm streaming.
Spreading hate and discontent your what?
I'm actually on the computer filming
Oh.
for a group of women. It's okay. You can spread discontent and hate all over the world. I don't care.
Okay.
Let's track down Stinky Boy for you.
Huh?
You guys, the craziest man on earth just knocked on my door. But he's so cute, and he's got the most wonderful smile. And Robert, is his four-wheeler out there? Anyway, you can say hi to him.
Hi.
This is Fox. His name is Fox. His four-wheeler's out there. Where would he be?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Won't matter.
When did you get back?
Huh? I got back Thursday night because I went to Jay and watched the football game.
How's everything down in Texas? Everything's okay?
No, my cousin's underwater again.
Oh no.
When I stopped and pulled out last year.
Yeah? Oh,
So I'm kind of
okay.
waiting until he can get back in the house, and then I'm going to head that way, I suppose.
Oh, poor thing. Let me call Stinky Boy. Sorry, guys. All right. Hello, Crazy Friend Fox. Hi, Crazy Fox. They thought it was the police at the door.
Oh.
If they know Fox is here, the police might show up.
Yes, sir. The air will move some.
Let's see if we can track down his Stinky Boy.
I thought maybe he'd be going over to that funeral.
Who died?
Huh? Charlie Jones, the backhoe man.
Oh, I don't think Robert knows.
Huh?
I don't think Robert knows.
How you shitting me?
Mm-mm.
Everybody knows.
Unless Patsy called him.
Oh, I don't know.
I would bet money. He didn't say anything to me.
Okay.
I'm trying to find him for you. Where's your cousin, Fox?
Huh?
Where's your cousin?
My cousin's in Houston.
Okay, he's right in Houston, CB. Oh, the ladies are asking questions.
Okay,
They're
he
still talking to
lives
you.
on the inside of 290 Loop, I think, but it's right behind where the Sam Houston racetrack's at.
All right. He's not answering his phone either.
He's probably in the hole.
Oh, do you know where I'll bet he is? Well, no, he'd have the four-wheeler if he was there. All right, you guys, I'm going to take it like a couple-minute break. Go get a cup of coffee, do something.
You just calling me?
Oh, there he is. Hey, Robert Vaughn.
God damn it, where you been hiding? Well, goodness. The son of a bitches will sneak in on you when you don't pay attention. I'm just thinking about you today. They sneak in on your ass when you don't pay attention.
I was wondering where you was at, if you was anywhere between here and the storm.
No,
Okay,
I was,
you guys.
Make
Can,
this mother ring, would you? You don't ring.
yeah, and then I was going to say, can you guys sit on the porch or somewhere so I can go ahead and stream?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can do that.
Yeah, we can do it.
Don't
All
worry.
right. Miss call.
Well, Bear, want something to
She
drink?
said you didn't know Charlie Jones died.
Huh?
She said you didn't know Charlie Jones died.
No.
They're having his funeral today. The backhoe guy from over at Disney. Big old boy.
Yeah.
Running around with
All right, it's ringing now.
All right. Thank you.
all them guys.
All right, say goodbye to these two monkeys because you will hear stuff that you don't even want to hear if they sat here and chatted. In fact, that might be more entertaining than watching me. But yeah, you'd have to put on your big girl panties to listen to that.
I didn't know that. When?
All right, they're skedaddling out of here. Sorry, you guys. Fox has been a friend of Robert's literally for years, and he is, honestly, he's the nicest guy in the whole world. He's so nice. And he had, I'll just go ahead and tell you about Fox. He had polio as a child and has had a lot of surgeries on his legs. But Robert knew each other as young men, and they used to build race cars together. Yeah, so, but they've been in around the Tulsa, Grand Lake area forever. But his real name is Loyal. It's not Fox. We just call him Fox. All right, so we've got pretty much dry paper. We just have to decide. Okies are funny people. They really are. They do. They sound cute. They're funny. Oh, my God. We've had so much fun with Fox. He actually lives down in the Rio Grande Valley, CB. We used to go to Texas together out on the island, and he actually dated one of my friends for a while. Only she was a pretty foo-foo girl. So he ended up moving down there to the Rio Grande Valley. He's in La Feria. So, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and dry this. Are we going to put some oxide inks on it? Oh yeah, they'll talk about places in Tulsa, people they knew. And see, they're getting ignored for some of their old buddies are dying. And that's hard. Because they didn't exactly do a lot to take care of themselves, you know? And actually, I think Robert grabbed a beer, but, and Robert's never had a drinking problem or anything, but since he got leukemia, he just said, beer sounds disgusting to him. So, maybe when Fox is around, he'll like a beer. Alright, Eileen, are we doing oxide inks on this now? And do I have enough black on it? I'd almost rather add the black in a different method because the magical black scares me, man. Yeah, they don't play horseshoes though, no way. And I want it black like that. Now that is black right there. See, that's just it, CB. Do beer and rat poison mix. They have never said to us, don't drink alcohol. They've never said that, but he just said, beer sounds disgusting. Yeah, they lost a lot of their buddies. So, alright, I'm not sure what I want to do with this now. Linda. Hi, Debbie. Almost for the black, it would have been. Of course, I don't want to copy Debbie's, you know, because you do this online. But that string thing, you know, with just some black going through it, more like a spider web. Yeah, I like that idea. All right, they're fairly dry. I mean, I think they're dry enough that the magicals have set. This is probably my favorite black right down in there. That is so cool looking. Yeah, there's no powder sitting on top, so we can do whatever we want now. So I'm waiting for the boss. Come on, boss. Because I'm not sure what I want to do. Alright, I'm going to get out a practice piece of paper. Just a scrap over here. And I'm going to see what shades these purple and orange are in the oxide inks. See, I think this purple is going to look really light. I do like the colors. It definitely is Halloween looking. Definitely Halloween looking. Oh my gosh, that orange is not orange at all. It's yellow. That is gross. Yeah, see, these are real light. That orange is not orange at all. Well, I want to see what happens when that dries, too. That's a little better orange, but that is not dark at all. I could have done black splatters too, and I'm not putting any gold or any iridescent on it. So, all right, let's clean that up and see what happens when we dry it. I'm not familiar with these oxide inks. I'm really not. I don't know what they're going to do. I know they put kind of like a white powder on stuff that I'm not crazy about. That's why I'm not running right out and getting the second set. Do whatever I want. Okay, I'm going to go take them out. Bad candy corn. I'm just seeing what it does when it's dry. And I think when Tim Holtz did it, and I'm going to do another one almost like that, but I'm not going to wet it. I'll wet it after I get it on the paper, and we'll just see how they're going to behave before I stick that paper on them. Not that I couldn't make a whole new paper. Do I love Halloween colors? Yes and no, Debbie. When she said, oh, pull out the orange, the purple, and the black, even though I know those are Halloween colors, it's like, oh, that just sounds absolutely gross. Okay, there's the oxide inks without water. I'm going to add the water now. Yeah, that orange is more dark yellow in my humble opinion. But yeah, they turned out okay. But these colors with these colors, I'm not sure about that. And there's not a black oxide, is there? Nope, no black. Has anyone used Faber-Castell gelatos? Yes, Connie. You know, what I have to say about gelatos, and maybe it's just me, but I'm not a fan of products that you can't get a point. I'm not a real big fan of gelatos. And I think before I went ahead and bought a big set or anything, what I would do is the kids' gel sticks are about the same product. And you can get them, and I just looked them up the other day for Suzanne. You can get like the set of the kids for like $12. Okay? And I have a few of the gelatos and then a few of the gel sticks. But when you look at the product side by side, okay, here's two that are the exact same colors. Okay? This is the gelato one. This is the gel stick one. The only difference in the packaging is this one says gelato. So, and honest to God, I cannot tell the difference between the two products. I've had mine a long time, and I'm more inclined now to slice it off and dissolve it in water. But I don't like it that you can't, you can do big backgrounds with it, but to me it's waxy. I don't know. I don't want to tell you don't try them, but I would say buy the kids set. I can't tell the difference in the amount of pigment, how they behave, nothing. So I would say save your money and try the kids before you buy the big set. Now there are a whole lot more, a whole lot more colors in the gelatos. The kids set only comes in the 12 colors, but yeah, I talked to the other ladies, but I'm just not a fan. I'm really not. Yeah, I don't think the colors that I have in gelatos are going to work well on this page, you guys. And actually, I wish more products came in like the slick or the gel sticks, so that you could try them before you go out and spend $1 million on a product that at the end of the day you're just not happy with. That's my 2 cents and free advice for the day. Okay? Now, let me clean off my brushes. Very little pigment. Portfolios are better for less money. Okay, there you go. So, I don't know. But then again, I would have to say, it depends on what you're going to do with them. Dorothy happens to love them because they use them on fabric, that they dye fabric, and that they are permanent when you use them. So, in that sense, there are certain applications where maybe they are a great product. For the type of art I do and the type of art I enjoy, no, they're not. I'm checking to see if that black is going to move if I add something else on top of it, because that's what I don't want. Because I'm thinking before I'm not liking this right here in the middle where I'm not liking that. I'm going to add some more orange back in these white spots, I think. Maybe not. I did the big camel in Imagimorphy at 4 o'clock this morning. I like the way it turned. Oh, you already bought them. Okay. You think you just found the best water brush? Well, you better let us in on it, because it's kind of like the elusive white pen, right? Everybody's looking for that perfect water brush. I just showed them, Connie. They look exactly like the gelatos. And look it up on Amazon. I think they're Faber-Castell gel sticks is what they call them. And they come in a set of 12. But if you already have a set of gelatos, you probably have the exact same colors. The Duet water brush, and water does not pour out. Okay. DeWint water brush. Huh. See, I don't have any trouble. Well, I don't have it here. But I have one that I love that the water doesn't puke out either. Yeah, I'm not going to add any more colors. So I'm going to set these aside. And we're going to do just some different magicals for the inside of those other books. Should be easy. Won't take long. I said for the one, I'm going to use... Alright, bear with me for a minute. That one I've got done. That one I've got done. Alright, we're going to do some, let's see. This one is going to go, I guess, nope, that one's going in this one. Hang on, I'm just matching things up so I know whether or not I've got enough paper. Actually, in that one I could use that too. Oh, I could use it in this one too. Yeah, the inside should be green on that one. What the hell? Alright, so the one I don't have an inside for. Is that big enough? Maybe I don't need to. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, I'm just going to use up the Timmy papers that I already have. So I don't need to make more Timmy papers. Yay me. Alright, I did want to make one blue, green, turquoise one. So I'll get out the Timmy paper. And we'll do one quick one. And I like this, the way this one behaves better. I know that this paper should behave exactly the same way with the magicals, but this postcard one, in my opinion, works better than the one that has the butterfly on it. So, do black paper with red dripping down. I have the DeWint water brush. I like to use it on the camel. Okay. You paint camels. I'll have to look for that. I don't need any more stuff, you guys. I wish they'd fix this chat where I could see the window and the bottom of chat at the same time. Alright, we're just going to do one really quick. What did I say? I want green, blue, and turquoise. Oh, and I'm going to have to use my Danny Zuko, and I don't have very much of it. And I want a bright blue, I think. A bright blue. Yeah, I'll use this Ocean Breeze. And the dark blue. Because I have, oh, and I'm going to use that lime green too. Yeah, I will. And then the Danny Zuko is the other one that I want. Let's see, I will use this is just the 68-pound Bristol that's real absorbent. I really do like that for the magicals, but it does allow the colors to spread out and mix after you're done, and so that's kind of weird. I think cardstock keeps those splashes of color that you get a little bit better, really. Okay. Are we ready? And on this paper, the water really does sit on top in puddles. But that's okay, I don't mind it. I'm going to use my new brush so I don't get carried away. So CB doesn't have a cow. You're trying to fill a truck for Texas yesterday. I have a ton of stuff here I need to take in. I think they're doing a collection site in Grove. Because when my neighbor moved, we moved a lot of the towels and stuff out, and we were going to take it to the local women's shelter for abused women. But I think I'm going to split it out and send some of it down to Texas. See, I didn't get too carried away, did I? Actually, it is a little bit easier with this brush. I don't know why. What would be the difference there? That makes no sense at all. Alright, and in the other areas, I'm going to do the next, what I think is the next lightest color. And I'm not going to dry in between. I'm going to go ahead and let them mix, but I'm going to keep them like in different areas. Oh, that one got a little bit much. Pretty soon I'm going to be out of magical powders, so we'll have to think up something else to do. I really, really want it more dense than this, that's for sure, so. Yeah, no, I'm good so far. I think. But really, some of these powders, look at, there's just not much of that one left. But that's okay. I've had a ton of fun with this stuff. And I go back and forth about reordering. I really do. Eileen can stream when I'm out of powders. Yeah, don't hold your breath, Brenda, because you're going to die. Alright, this one has a lot of white in it, and it behaves really differently. I mean, it's... And I may dry it before I add the dark blue. Because this is, what do they call it? C'est la vie cerise. And it's got a lot of white in it. And that white, it just makes it behave really weird, I think. Yes, see, that's not dark like it is on the regular paper. That's so weird. Makes it look kind of gray. Can you guys see that? Alright, I'm going to put some more of this lighter blue up in there. Yeah, this will work fine for what I want it for, so. And then I just got to dry it and we can do whatever else we want. I really wish I had a good idea for Halloween. I'm going to have to give that some serious thought. I don't have other powders. This is a type of art, you guys, that I've never really done. Not that I wasn't interested or anything like that. I've just never done it. I've seen all the powders and I've seen all of them on the shelf, and I was just like, nah, you know, I'm not going to do that. So this is kind of unusual for me. It's been a ton of fun. I mean, but my problem is after I make all these papers, I'm not that inclined to turn it into something else. I'm not going to sit down and art journal on it. I mean, I do occasionally art journal, but I'd rather draw and do lettering and stuff like that. So when you guys aren't around, that's what I spend my time doing. But I think for you guys, this is just more fun. And I love doing it. I mean, I think this is a ton of fun. I really do. But will I buy more? I don't know. But draw a witch and put Eileen's face on it. Lynn, you're about ready to get your serious ass kicked. Just saying. And I want more of the dark blue, so I don't mind getting carried away with the dark blue. Because what I'm going to make is for me. And I like dark blue. I mean, I don't want it to be all dark blue, but I don't mind if it has a lot of dark blue in it. But I didn't get too carried away with that even. Holy cow. CB, you made an impression on me apparently. And look at that hole. That looks like it's a great big white space, but it's not. It's got color in there. I'm going to put more dark blue. I really need some more of this dark blue. Now, the dark blue I do love. And I don't have any, you know, I could add inks or something like that to this, but I don't have any ink that's that dark indigo kind of blue. And it's finally, the water is finally going through, so it's not just, I mean, it's still puddled up, but it's not puddled up like it was. Alright, this is getting much better, much like I wanted it. I'm going to add some more of that bright blue back in. I like it. Fill in some of the white spaces. Looks like a big old blue mess, doesn't it? Blue-green mess going on here. That's exactly what it is. Alright, where else did I put it? There we go. Okay, I have very little white left, so. Alright, sorry, you're going to have to enjoy the blow dryer. But yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted. Let me find the blow dryer. Oh, the paper underneath is really interesting. Hopefully this will dry quick. Then and get some coffee. I'll just mostly get the puddles. Alright, I'm thinking I can move this now without the colors moving. I'll just set it aside and let it dry. Underneath, it's a big old puddle. Oh, that's not as dark as I had hoped. Oh well, it'll still work. Look at this. Isn't this interesting? And where did that red come from? That just popped up out of nowhere. That's crazy. Alright, we're going to dry this. We may end up playing with these. This is really, really pretty. Yeah, I like this. You know what? I almost wish, maybe we'll go ahead and do it since we got all this stuff out. I love the way this has melded and worked together using that Tim Holtz paper as a barrier, kind of. I'm thinking, I wonder if the orange, purple, only I wouldn't add the black. I would maybe draw with black or stencil with black, or rather than add black into the background, do an orange and purple background that's kind of smushed and all melded together like this, and then draw on it with the black. I think that's what I want to do, because this is awesome looking. That she's called. Oh my God, that's funny. But you know what? I have to say, I have like lifted out my shirt and used my heat gun up my shirt. I have done that. So I get it, Jean. Alright, we're going to do that. Just for the fun of it. I'm going to do it. Because this paper, honestly, this is some kind of cool. It just all melds together. We're going for it, man. We are going for it. But the weird thing is, I've got funny sizes of paper. I gotta walk around and do this one. Too far to throw. See, and then I wonder, well, is it the kind of paper I used? What made it behave that way? So I have to replicate exactly what I just did. So I'm going to need, let's see, and I'll go ahead and use the same post office one because I think it works better. 8.5 by 11, right? Right. And whichever one I don't like, I'll send to Eileen, and she can do her ATCs for the swap on it. How about that? Do you guys like that plan? I think I like that plan. All right, now I really got to clean up this green mess. Exactly, Eileen. Yep, you call Timmy on your direct line. I have so much matte medium and crap on this mat. I need to just throw it away. Look at how dirty it is. I need to just throw it away and start from scratch. Oh, I'll be glad when these stinky baby wipes are gone. Okay, we're going to do this again. I'm excited now when I see the papers underneath. How cool they look. And I'm going to do one at a time so I get the entire 8.5 by 11 inch sheet. Now that first paper we were using was watercolor paper. This is just the 68-pound Bristol. So, and hopefully, yeah, it'll work out okay. All right, all right. Here we go, boys and girls. We're going to do orange first, and then the purple. All right, here's the orange first. All right. Hopefully, that's going to be okay. You know what? I think I could do, so I'm not having to move them back and forth and back and forth. I think I could set them side by side and do two at once. I think I'm going to try that, okay? I think. Oh, I got crap on my fingers. Oh, well. It'll just be on the back side because I'm going to turn it over. That's got orange on it now. OMG. Best laid plans, right? Okay. I think we've got a plan now. And then with this, the paper that I'm making on the top, the Timmy paper, I'll use it. You know, who knows? Maybe wrap my ATCs in it to send it to Jennifer, or who knows. But I'm running out of water. So I'm going to put the orange down and let it start soaking. And then I'll go get more water. I might add some of that darker orange in too. I don't know. I like the lighter orange. I really do. All right. Crap is good. Yes, crap for Halloween parties or Halloween papers is a good thing. I need to make sure to go all the way to the edges though, you know, because the paper underneath, if I decide I like it, is what I'm going to use for my ATCs. So I got to make sure I get it on the edges. All right. Might have gotten carried away there. Who knows? We will find out. Nice thing about this though is if I feel like there's too much, like on that one, there might be too much, but remember I'm only using 2 colors this time. I can always pick it up because the Timmy paper does act like a resist. I mean, it just sits right on top. This one's going through already, so that's cool. In fact, on that one, I think I could add a little bit more. Okay, going to get more water real quick. BRB. looks like blood. Okay, I'm wondering if I should add a little bit more of the darker orange. That it has a lot more red in it. I think it looks more blood-like. I'm going to put a little bit in the areas that are light. This is just a different color orange. It's a lot darker. And I'm keeping it kind of in the same areas as the other. So, not very much. Witch's Brew green. Oh, Witch's Brew would be good for Halloween too. I don't know. I'm going to have to give it some thought. See what I want to do. I don't know. I'm going to do the exact same technique on this one. I don't have enough orange on that page yet. I'm just certain of it. I like the Timmy paper, Debbie. I really do. I was real slow to get it. I did not get it when it very first came out, and there's something about its texture, or yeah, there's just something about it that is so nice. I love it. And I use it. I've dyed it, put ink color on it, and cut it up into strips and used it as washi tape. Used like a Elmer's Extreme Glue stick on it. Yeah, and use it as washi. I love the Timmy paper. Love it. Yeah, see, it's to me, doing the ATC swaps isn't so much about producing them. It's about coming up with the idea that I'm really, really in love with. Something that I think is fun and clever and people will enjoy. Yeah, that's what's fun for me. But I have to give it a lot of thought. Like, I've got this purple powder everywhere. Alright, and I'm as scared of this purple powder as I am the black. Now, there isn't enough water where the powder is just exploding, like I like it to do. Oh my God, I got about 50 pounds that time. I don't know if this brush is a good idea or not, man. If you stick it in there, you get a lot. Alright, you ready for this? Purple and orange. Ugh. And now I have 4 sheets of this stuff. OMG. I have 6 sheets. OMG. I hope the underneath sheets turn out as cool as I think they're gonna. That's what I don't know. Yeah, Debbie, I agree with Eileen. Get some. I don't think you'll be disappointed, for sure. I'm almost certain you will not be disappointed. It has a property that, in my opinion, no other product you really get with any other product that I know of. It's got a coating on it that is way, way cool. I'm getting like a river down under here. I can see it. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not. All right, maybe if I pick it up and move it. Because when the orange and the purple mix and it turns into a puddle, you know you're just going to get some crappy brown. So that's why this experiment may or may not work. And I'm thinking I may. See, I don't have much purple on this one. I'm going to add some more for sure. I like the amount of purple on this one. Yeah, I don't know what that's going to look like underneath. Don't know. Yeah, it almost feels like it's wax. That's a good description, Eileen. There's something on it, but obviously it's not totally impervious to water. Because after the water sits on here for a minute, it definitely goes through. But it is definitely resistant to water for sure. Alright, I'm thinking I'm loving this one. This one's better now that I got some more purple on it. I'm liking it better. Maybe not right in there so much. I'm actually looking at the camera to decide where I want to add more stuff. Oops, well, stuff happens. What can you do? Hi, Jean. You did pretty good at your garage sale, huh? That's awesome. I did a garage sale after my mother passed away. My sister-in-law and I literally worked our butts off. And it was a 45-minute drive for me. We made $600. And I told my sister-in-law at the end of the day, and actually I got word that my nephew died that exact same day. I told my sister-in-law after we were done, I would have paid you $600 to not have spent the day doing this. I'm not kidding. It was so much work. People were so much buttheads. You know, like, they were there before the crack of dawn in the morning. I was like, you know what, $600? I'd pay somebody $600 to come pick this junk up. I'm not kidding. I was so over it. So I admire you for being willing to even do it, because if it was me, donate it. Take it off your taxes, be done. Alright, I'm going to get this. I'm liking this paper a lot better, Eileen. I have to say. I can tell already. But now I've got to get it moved. I'm going to move the oxide inks because they're just in the way. Oh my God, they're every color of the rainbow. Alright, here we go. I'm just going to drag them off as best I can. Look at that. Look at that. Even if I don't use the Timmy papers, I don't care, because that is so awesome over there. I mean, I've got a flood going on. And I might use another piece of paper to pick it up. But look at that. That is some kind of awesome. Yeah, I like it. Now this is a real deep red. Real deep red. But I like it. I like it a lot, and I don't want to change it. I don't want to move it. I don't want to alter it. Do you want to hear? I shouldn't even say this, but when Robert's mother died, and Roberta was not a hoarder by any stretch of the imagination. And actually, she wasn't even dead yet, but we had moved her out of her house. And we were going to let Robert's son move in. So it was more just like old waffle irons. It was stuff nobody would really want. Robert, we lived on we called it the farm. It was actually a pecan grove, and we hated it. But we had a low part out in the field that Robert kept saying, I need to get some fill to fill in that low spot. I need to get some fill. He went out in the back of the field it was at the way end of the field. He dug a hole, and we buried all that stuff. We used it for landfill. But honestly, this woman must have had like 6 waffle irons. I've never made a freaking waffle in my life. You need 6 waffle irons? Oh my God, give me a break. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm loving this paper that's going on right now, and I know I'm trying to just let it kind of absorb, because I don't want to like sop that up. I want that to absorb into the paper, and I'm afraid if I blow it, I'm just afraid to do anything right now. I'm afraid. I know, isn't that funny, CB? Robert is unconventional, I swear to God. When we moved him out of the farm, he had a great big equipment shed there at the farm. And he had kept everything from his entire life in there, I swear to God. We had like a stack of metal, that who knows where it had all come from. But anyway, we had this stack of metal, and we were going to put it on the trailer and haul it off to the recycle place, right? Well, a couple of Mexicans came by and asked if they could have it. And Robert said, tell you what, I will give you that stack of metal. And it was probably $1,000 worth of metal. He said, I'll give you that stack of metal if you'll take everything I don't want out of the building. And they said, oh, yeah, we'll do that. Honest to God, those guys came, and they were awesome. They were the best guys ever. They literally came every day for a week and hauled stuff out of that building. And they were so happy. I gave them their family got all new furniture. This was when we were selling the farm. They got all new furniture, beds, couch, chairs, TV. They got everything. We gave them everything for taking that $1,000 worth of metal. But honestly, we didn't pay them, we paid them some gas money, for hauling it and stuff. But yeah, Robert is, I swear to God, the guy is so unconventional. You want something done, it's going to get done. It may not be the way you expect it, though. I love this. You want to hear something else? Now, when I talk about Robert being unconventional, when I very first met him, there was a great big cedar tree. It was a big cedar tree between my house and the house next door. And it was, nothing will grow under a cedar tree because it's so acidic, right? And it was over my leach field for my septic system. And I was having a lot of erosion problems. And I said, oh, man, I'm going to have to hire somebody to come in and take that cedar tree out. I don't want it there. It had just caused me years of grief. He said, "You want it gone?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, you need to check with Gary." Gary was my neighbor at the time. He said, "Check with Gary and make sure it's okay with Gary." He said, "But if you want it gone, it'll be gone." So I called Gary and I said, "Gary, do you care if I take that cedar tree out between us?" He said, "No, go ahead." So I told Robert. Gary said it was okay. And I went on doing whatever I was doing. Next thing I know, I hear Robert's truck driving around the side of the house. He chained onto that tree, yanked it out of the ground, drug it down to the lakefront, poured diesel fuel on it, lit it on fire, and literally, before I went to bed that night, that cedar tree, and it was a big-ass tree, you guys, we're not talking little tree. That cedar tree was a pile of ashes before I went to bed that night. I'm so not kidding you. Unconventional. I'm wondering though, I don't know when this dries, if it's going to dry as red as it looks. Can you see how red that looks over there? I can't move it because it's a big old puddle. Or if I should sop it up and put the orange back, because the purple right now is just about perfect. I could use some more over in here. But I really don't want it red. I'm thinking about sopping that red up and adding orange back. But, now wait a minute. Wait a minute. Remember, the magicals are going to behave different if they're not going through the Timmy paper, right? He is insane. He does the craziest stuff. I look the other way. But everybody wants him to help them, like if you want a tree out, oh my God, that tree is coming out. A backhoe will yank a tree right out of the ground. I promise you. I have one up close to the house here that I told him the other day I wanted out because I want to pour cement back there. And I thought, oh my God, he'll probably tie it to his truck, yank it out of the ground, and he'll pull the foundation of the house out with it. So I'm a little afraid. All right, I'm sopping it up. You can't see me doing it, but I'm sopping it up. Yeah, because it's too red. It looks blood. Like old blood. Icky blood. I'm going to add orange back. He is a nuts guy. He really is. Look at how red that is. All right, I'm going to add orange. All right, we're just going to do it right on this paper and see how it goes. Now the orange on this one over here, I'll move it over so you can see it in a minute, is perfect. So that I'm going to leave. I'll see what I can do with the orange over here. I'm wondering, because if I add it when it's wet, it's going to mix. So I probably should dry it. Like, I love that in there. I probably should dry it and try and add it back. That's what I'm going to do, because otherwise it's just going to mix. And if there are parts of the paper that I end up not liking and not using, I'll just make another one. But that right there, oh, that is cool. I'm not sure I can get orange back in it though, frankly. I'll try. Some of it's so cool, and then some of it, like down there, is kind of icky. I should have maybe done 3. All right, I'm gonna set it aside if I have room over there. You fell asleep, Dorothy. You must be tired. You must need it or you wouldn't do it. So go ahead and sleep. Yeah, that Timmy paper didn't come out that pretty, but using it like a resist, yeah, that was way cool. Way, way cool. But the Timmy paper isn't pretty. Not even a little bit. I'm going to move that other one over so you guys can see it, but I'm going to move this off so I can clean underneath it. It's never going to dry if I don't. This one definitely needs a little bit more purple here and there. I'll pull it over so you can see it. Eee! Sure, I'm glad I got on a Nikki shirt today. Alright, here's this one. And I think it could use some more purple, like, just up in here. I'm not going to alter it too much. Yeah, you shouldn't put any tree real close to your foundation. This tree happens to be, it's close to the house, but it's lower than my foundation, if that makes any sense at all. So I'm going to add some purple back in here. Not too terrible much. I don't think I've been wearing my glasses. Maybe that's why I can't see anything. You think? And in the places it kind of turned to mud, I think I will add some purple back in and get rid of that brown a little bit. Give it a little bit more interest. Because I've got a couple places that are really muddy. And that's just too darn much orange right in there. It's just orange. Of course, I got to remember, it's going to be cut into 2.5 by 3.5 inch sizes, right? Cannot forget that. I don't think I screwed it up. It's just going to look really different because it's not going to be all smushed together like the Tim Holtz paper makes it. But that's okay. It'll be all right. A lot of red in that purple. A lot of red. Oh, did I just put my sleeve in that? Yay me. It's a good thing it's a paint shirt. Alright, I like this better now that it's got some purple in it. Some dark purple. I'm going to sop up that one a little bit. Huh, I wonder, see, I'm trying to envision, like that one cut out right there, that's going to be ugly. Like really, seriously, but ugly. So I'm not going to get enough pieces out if I don't, you know, I don't know. I'll try and add some orange back in there. Yeah, I'm liking it. It's okay. And I think the black, I'm going to actually do with pen and ink or something. Rather than the Magicals. The Magicals to me are just too hard to control. So, yeah. Yeah, I like this. There's different gradations. And like this, if a card came out of right here, the back of it's going to be mostly purple. I probably should have made 3 sheets so I could throw some away. It's alright, no big deal. And that one I tore. Yeah, I'm going to end up having to make a 3rd sheet anyway. No big deal. And depending on the idea, I may not even use it. But this is my favorite. Doing spots? That's a good idea, Kathy. That's a good idea. Because I don't want much. I really don't. Dip it in marble and black and then roll it on top of the paper and it's good. That'd be fun just to try. That actually would be pretty fun to try. Well, I was thinking even just like a background stamp or something. Not stamp the whole background, but just here and there, you know. Big ink spot. I'm thinking, yeah, that would be the easiest for sure. Alright, I think these colors aren't going anywhere. I'm going to pull that other one over. I'm glad I added that purple here and there for a little bit more depth and interest. And I probably am going to do it on this other one, and when I pull it out to show you, you'll see why. Like the colors almost melded too much together. And I know I should put another piece of paper down and sop that up. You know what? I'm not going to do it. There you go. I'm just not going to do that. Because then I have to worry about, see how this one just kind of turned all the mud down in this area? I'm going to add some purple back in there. Now this area of the paper, I totally dig this. That is super, super cool. And how the heck did that light streak get right through that purple? Is that where there was a wrinkle in the Timmy paper? Because that made it really unusual. And down in here, like, where did that come from? But down in here, I'm not loving this down in here. I do not have the itty bitty stamp, but I have other stamps that would produce that same effect. So I'm going to try and add purple. If not, I may have to make a 3rd sheet, because I know, like, this card with that solid, ugly background, kind of brown, I will not use that. I will not. I just know me. I just won't. So let me add some orange and see what the orange, maybe I'll add the dark orange and see what it does. Because, yeah, there's parts of this that I like a lot, and then there's parts that I think are butt ugly. For real. We're going to try and rescue it. There may not be any rescue for it, frankly. Yeah, up there in that section over there, that is some kind of awesome. This down here, not so much. So, We'll try and rescue it. We either do or we don't, and whatever happens, happens. We'll be okay with it. Now that is some dark orange, man. So are you putting a suck monkey dressed as a witch on the ATCs? Well, I don't know, Gene. I haven't gotten that far yet. But that's actually a pretty darn good idea. Just trying to get it to move a little bit because I'm going to pick some of it up. That almost looks red rather than orange. But it says tangerine on it. That to me is not tangerine, boys and girls. I'm sorry to argue with you, but that is not tangerine. And I just tore that corner too, so I will not have enough paper to make 20 cards. I will not. Oh well, give me something to do later. Like I don't have enough. I should go check with those silly guys and see if they want another beer, huh? I suppose they could get their lazy asses up and go get their own, too. Add some green. I'm going to add green to pissy purple. Like, what is wrong with you? Something wrong with you. I kind of think I may save this paper. I kind of think. Like, look at that. I love that. How it does that. It makes me happy. These are going to be okay to use, I think. I think. If I need a third piece, I'll... Because keep in mind, I will cut these down, too, to mount. So, I think I can make it work. Even with that corner missing, I think I can. Because this sheet, I don't cut 2.5 by 3.5. I actually cut it down a little bit. So, it's the black card that's 2.5 by 3.5. I think this will be okay. I think I can do this. I'll show you after it's dried and decide if this is something I can use. I love that blue-green though. Like, that one is perfect for what I wanted. Alright, I'm going to grab the Timmy Holtz paper. It's virtually dry now. I'm going to go ahead and sop some of this up with it, because I don't even know if I'm going to use this paper for anything, so I'll just sop it up. Green goes with everything. That is so not true. Blue pretty much goes with everything. Yellow goes with everything, but green does not go with everything. Sorry. I think your mother dropped you on your head when you were a child. Okay, so what else did I want to get done today? I got all the papers for the journal covers. That one I'm going to do later. Okay, here's the original papers we made. And keep in mind, Eileen, I have these I can use too. Oh, wait, I told you I was going to send them to you. Never mind, I'm not going to send them to you. I'm going to use them. um, this one, like there are areas where I don't have any black. I'm thinking I may splatter black on this one, these as well. I don't know. It's so weird because when the colors start moving, you end up with places like this that are just so nondescript, so uninteresting. And then here, right in the middle of everything, you've got pink. What the hell is that about? But yeah, if I can't use those papers, I'll go ahead and use these papers. So never mind. Eileen, you have to make your own. But you still have to participate. This is your holiday. I can't believe I made so much orange and purple paper. OMG. I am going to add black to that, though. I wonder if I should add black to these while they're still damp so the ink spreads out rather than sits on top. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add the black splatters to these right now before they're completely dry and let the paper absorb the black. I'm going to have black splatters everywhere again. Maybe I'll make the splatters rather than getting ink out, which I could do, no big deal. But I think I'm going to make it out of the magical powders. You'll make your own then. Well, don't go home mad. I think she's getting a little pissy, boys and girls. I don't have a chopsticks for measuring, so I'm going to be very, very careful here. And I'm using quite a bit of powder. I probably don't need that much, but oh well. Yeah, I'll be adding stuff on top. That's true. Very, very true, Dorothy. Very, very. All right. Oh, my splatter brush is over by the sink, so I gotta get it. All right. Mixing, 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 mixing. I'm mixing them pretty thick. But I want them totally dissolved because I don't want them moving later, you know? Alright, that's splattery enough. Alright, hold on to your horses, boys and girls. I don't want this shit everywhere. Oh my god, I know it's going everywhere. Is that enough? Yeah, see, it's kind of spreading out when it hits the paper. That's kind of what I hoped it would do. Rather than just sitting on top as little blobs, it's kind of, that one got a lot. Alright. I think it's enough. There's a few places it could use a splatter or two. I like it. I like it better with the splatters. I really do. Sorry, Jean. I really don't splatter that much, Jean. Apparently, I just splatter when you're around. Because I, honest to God, do not splatter hardly anything. I like splatters, but I just don't do it much. Alright, I'm setting these aside, and I'll lift it up so you guys can see. See how it's went into the paper? And then started spreading a little bit? I like that. Alright, that's good. Now I'm going to get that other paper out that, and I'm going to splatter it too. Because I like the splatters. I really do. Even though this one has black on it, I'm going to go ahead and splatter. Yeah, poor Jean. Apparently. Sorry, Jean. Now these will just sit right on top, I think, because this paper now is completely dry. Completely. And CB's just sitting in the back going, oh my God, the girl is carried away again. Somebody put a brake on that girl. She's going crazy. Now cut up. Okay, my boss is talking to me. I need to pay attention because I don't want a dock in my pay. The pay ain't that great around here as it is. Well, no, wait a minute. Take that back. The pay around here is awesome. Sometimes you get journals that say shit to do on it. Okay, now cut up the other two to see how the ATCs will look. Okay, I'll set these aside and let these little... Well, I'm going to have to dry that paper, Eileen, because you can't cut it wet, you know. Hello? Where you been half your life? Alright, I'm going to grab this over here. I will dry it and we'll try and cut it up. I like it absorbed into the paper. That's cool. I personally like the sheets where you added the black magicals. You like those better? They're just so different. I don't know which I like. It's these colors to me make it hard to know what to add on top. Really, I know. I'm going to try and dry these so I can cut them. Yeah, I just don't know what I'm going to add to it. I like these. I really do. I like this page. And I honestly think by adding this orange back in up here, I saved this paper. You see how the purple kind of mellowed out? That's what happens. It always does that. Oh, you want me to cut up the ones I just splattered? Oh, pay attention. Oh my God, she's really a pain in the ass. Well, this won't take so long to dry then. These colors are much more vibrant, I will say that. You know what? I'm going to add blood. It'll probably be Eileen's blood, but I think I'm going to add blood. Yeah, I like the splatter too. Not too much. Just a little. I always feel like if you do it right, like you don't even notice the splatter after it's there. It just adds something that you don't notice you see it. Feels like a yo-yo today. It does? Well, you've been in and out, right? I don't feel like a yo-yo. I can tell the ones that aren't dry when I hold it at a certain angle. Yeah, I'm glad I added splatter to this one. Okay, I think they're mostly all dry now. Alright, we're going to go ahead and cut it. And I'm going to cut it with a knife, I think. The reason being is because it's been wet and it's warped, and I already don't like the paper trimmer. So I think to get it more accurate, I need to, cut it with an X-Acto. Because the trimmer with the warps in the paper aren't going to work well. Alright, this already is 8.5 by 9 inch. I guess I'll go ahead and just cut it like I would a normal ATC sheet, which, for those of you who don't know, you can get 10 out of an 8.5 by 11 inch sheet if you come up 3.5 inches, and then 2.5 inches, and then 2.5 inches again, and that right there will add up to 8.5. Going one way. Okay, I'll go ahead and cut this off. And my X-Acto probably is not that sharp. I'll see after I make my first cut, but we'll see. It's not that sharp. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. I'm trying to think. I might do the 2.5 inch ones. After I get a good cut here, I might do them on the paper trimmer. Yeah, I think I will. Now that I know I have a good straight edge, I probably won't mind cutting them. Oh, you know what? I don't want these 2.5 by 3.5. I want them smaller. I cut 1/8 of an inch off, so if I'm doing these for my ATC size cards that I do, this way it's going to be 3 3/8, because I try and leave a 1/16 all the way around the edge of the card, this one kind of got smushed, but see how I just leave a black border around the edge of my cards. I usually always do that, and I definitely will be doing it on this one. So I'm glad I caught that before I got too far down the road, man. Alright, that one's the correct measurement. These are the not correct measurement. Oops. So these, so that I can leave enough room for the border, will be 2 3/8 and 2 3/8. Lost a little bit of the paper, but who cares, right? It was oversized to begin with. All right, now I'll do the other ones in the cutter. Can't do this on an A4 sheet? Okay. Yeah, I can't help you there, Dorothy. Can't help you. All right, this one is 2.5 inch this way. Sorry. Excuse me, I need this one 3 3/8 this way. Check your measurements. All right. That one's going to be mostly purple. But that's okay. All right, 1, 2, 3. There we go. One, two, three. One, two, three. All right, they're looking pretty good. I'm okay with that. And these are, I already cut them 3 3/8 this way. I will double check myself just because sometimes I don't trust my badass self. All right, and so this time I'm cutting them 2 3/8. All right, 2, 1, 2, 3. And to me, it would be too much trouble to try and pick out, say, parts of the paper that I liked and wanted to use. So it's totally random. Whatever gets cut out is what gets cut out and used or not used. I don't care. All right. So I'll count them, but sure enough, I should have 10 equally sized cards now. Two, three, 4, 5, 6. Now, how am I on drugs? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I ended up with 11. How did I end up with 11? I guess just the 12-inch paper. Would that allow for that? I guess it would. Oddly enough, if you use 12-inch paper, you end up with 1 extra card. Go figure. And then this is the leftover that I would probably, you know, like save this and use it like washi on the package that I'm sending. All right. And I'll go ahead. This one should be pretty much dry by now. Well, there's still some moisture I can see. The reflection, and well, do I care if I smear it? Maybe not. Maybe not. Yep, serendipity is a great thing. You know what, though, Dorothy? You said an A4 size in the UK won't do this. I would bet that they have some cutting suggestions online to get the most out of a sheet of paper. They do here for everything. All right, so this one I want 1, 2, 3 3/8 this way. 2, 3. It's easier for me to measure from an inch mark, so that's why I moved the ruler over. Yeah, I think they're gonna look cool. Okay, 3 3/8. Now if I can just come up with something that's really, really fun to put on them. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing right now. I could move the camera out, but I'm not gonna. Bear with it. Bear with it, man. Bear with it. Okay, and then the shortcut I don't mind doing on the trimmer. That right in there is very cool. But I'm not gonna try and figure it out. Alright, so this is the 3.5 inch way this way, so this cut is going to be 2 3/8. Move all the stuff that might impede it being straight. I've been there, done that. Yeah, I don't mind cutting stuff up like this. Rebecca, doesn't bother me. Now that one didn't go all the way through, so I'm going to have to encourage it with my X-Acto a little bit. Come on, go ahead and cut through. Probably need another new blade in my trimmer. Forever putting blades in this stupid thing. This one's doesn't even look Halloween-y, right? Because look at how it got all those pastel kind of colors. That's funky, huh? Just like a box of chocolates, man. You know what? Well, I don't know if it's going to come out. I'm going to use this side anyway. Yep, came out perfect. Alright, this is 2 1/2, so I'll cut it 3 3/8. Oh, you piece of crap trimmer. I know it can't be the operator, so it has to be the trimmer. Okay, there's 3/8 right there. Alright, let's flip through them and see how cool they are. See how many are really usable. Because at this point, I can't even guess. But we ended up with 22 if we got 11 out of each one, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Yeah. We should have ended up with 22 blanks now. Okay. Here we go. I'll try and hold them up so you can kind of see. I'll hold them up individually so you can see. My initial feeling about this one is there's too much white on the edge, but who knows? Maybe I could make that work. Crazy. Funky. I love this in here a lot, a lot. That one needs some orange. Now this one, I will go back in and add some orange in here. I really will. Where it's all white. These are the edge pieces though. That one's unusual. It could maybe use some more orange. I've been on for almost 3 hours, Suzanne. I'm about ready to call it a day so I can go yak at Fox for a little bit before he leaves, see if he wants to stay for supper. But yeah, this one I probably will maybe add some little more orange. But they're just also unusual. This one is really cool. I like this one a lot, a lot, a lot. This one looks dirty to me. Dirty, dirty. Because it's got that big splat right in the middle. Take that. I'm not sure I like the black. I'm really not sure I like the black at all. This one's just purple. It's just purple. Where did the orange go? It's purple. This one has a little bit of everything. This is probably the ideal card. This will be Eileen's favorite. And I agree. It's got all the elements that that we kind of look for. And then it's got a big blob of red. What the hell? This one looks like the worms. There's all the wormies. Can you see that? And all the yellow in there. When you get it up close, man, you can see. When you hold it down, you don't see all that. But, yeah. This one, see, I would like this one a whole lot better if it didn't have this big blob of black. So, I may have to redo all of them. I don't know. This one's really cool. I like this one down in here. This one's not horrible. You love the black? Oh, now see this one? I don't see this one as usable at all. I just don't see it as usable. So far I have two that I don't think are really usable. This one's just but ugly. Yeah, I probably won't jack with him until I know what I'm doing. And I may just start from scratch, who knows. See, this one to me has too much pastel, where the colors ran and just turned too pastel. This one to me, these two, probably not that usable. But who knows. This one's, again, just purple. Isn't it odd how they just turn out so different? This one's kind of neat. I like this one, how it kind of just bursts out like that. I like this one. And then this smushy line along here I like. To me, it looks like Payne's gray and not black. Yeah, I agree, Jean, that when it got on the paper, it did turn into more of a Payne's gray. So, yeah, they're all just little individual pieces of art. There is no doubt about that. Maybe what I need to do is just write boo in a little corner down here and just send them in and say, here's your Halloween card. Boo. Yeah, this one I like. Kind of looks like a raven to me. This one I like. But then this big blotch of black up here kind of annoys me. But not horrible. This one's doable. I mean, I see this one as usable for sure. This one, I'm not sure. See, again, it's got so much pastel. You know, I think we lost the dramatic effect of the orange and the purple. So, those might be some that I experiment with. I like this one. But again, Jean, I agree with you. Down in here, that's Payne's gray. That's not black. Hi, Tam. Yeah, like the like this up here, where this, like that, oh, if that whole card was like that, I'd be in heaven. I would love, love, love that. So yeah, I might have to experiment. And then this is more like the orange purple ones that I tried to do with the Timmy paper. But again, I see this is not usable for the, unless I add some orange or something. But yeah, it depends on what I add to it, how much I change these. But see, I think these are so, you're like almost like dramatic enough. Like you can't add too much to these. It would be more dramatic if it was a real black for sure, Jean. I can't argue that. But yeah, so there's one set of 22 ATC cards. I'm going to dry these real quick, dry one of them, and cut them out and see, because this is pretty to me. And maybe at the end of the day, more usable for ATCs than the other. I don't know. And I suspect this is going to lighten when I dry it. Yeah, June, you're right. I don't think I would rub the oxides on them, and I'll tell you why, Lynn. One, I don't have any this is my purple and orange oxide colors that I have. It's more like a lilac and a golden yellow. I don't have any real dramatic orange purple. But I could maybe use some dye inks that are more vibrant. I don't have any black out here right now. I could go get some and see. No, they get dimmer as they dry. They're more vibrant when they're wet. Can you see how the dry? That one's already mostly dry. Yeah, no, they lose some of the colors. Don't wet the oxides. Okay. But still, Eileen, the colors, the purple and the orange, to me, are not dark enough. They're not, I don't think they work with the colors that I've got on here. I do have some, like, I have a purple. I'm trying to think if I have an orange ink pad. I'm generally not that big on orange, frankly. All right, let me see what the colors are like without water. Let's see how that would work. All right, there's the purple and the orange, not wet. And that is a pretty accurate depiction. I don't think the camera's jacking with it that terrible much. So can you see the difference? Here, I'll put it like this. That's when it's been wet, and this is when it's not been wet. So yeah, it changes the color dramatically. And that orange isn't too terrible. But I wonder if, you know, why would I use the oxide inks when I have either the distress inks or some dye inks that are going to be permanent, that are going to be more vibrant, if you're not going to oxide them? I mean, and I ask that seriously because I don't know what, I mean, they're more chalky looking. It's getting almost dry enough to cut. Is it really that cold there, Jean, that you have to be under blankets? Oh my gosh. I mean, it's beautiful here today. It's 82 and sunny. Beautiful, beautiful day. But I don't want it to get cold. And that's nice. All right, and these two pieces of paper are almost identical, so cutting up one of them would work. And now I'm going to go hang out with the Foxter. All right, again, 3 3/8. This is the corner that I tore, so I want it over there. Okay, 3 3/8. 2 3/8. Yep, I think I'm going to save this one. Ooh, my ear's itching. We had record lows. Oh, it's too early for that kind of weather. But we've been so lucky. I mean, honestly, normally in Oklahoma, this time of year, it's so blistering hot. You can't go out even if you wanted to. This year, I don't know how many days we've had over 100, but hardly any, which is highly, highly unusual for Oklahoma in the summer. I mean, one summer, I think it was year before last, maybe the year before that, I don't remember. We had 90 consecutive 90 days over 100. I don't think it was consecutive, but we had 90 days over 100. That's over 100 for like June, July, and August. It was so blistering ass hot. You thought you died and gone to hell. I lived in the pool that year. I mean, I lived in the pool. And this year it's been just gorgeous. So if you ever hear me complain about the weather, hey, say, dumbass. Remember when it was so gorgeous? It's not always horrible in Oklahoma, just most of the time. All right, let's give these a go. That's the 3.5 inch way, so now this paper was 8.5 by 11 to start with, so I won't get an extra one out. And this is the 2.5 inch, so I gotta cut it 3 3/8. You're cold too, OMG. And those guys are sitting out on our porch. I don't know. I think Fox had shorts on. So, I don't know, but I suspect Jennifer may be streaming later on this evening. I don't know, depending if Fox decides to stay for dinner, who knows what we'll be doing. Oh, this one wasn't, see, that's why you gotta wait. There's a wet spot. I may have just ruined that whole card. I'll wait and cut that one last, or later. Now let's see how these are. These are more my taste. I don't know. For adding stuff on top of, these are probably more my taste. I like the ink spots. This one isn't real great, but it's okay. It's not horrible. But then it depends on what's on top of them, again, you know, and whether or not I would use it that way versus that way. This one I like with that big spot of purple in there, and yeah, the orange is down in there. I think either design is going to work well. So I guess it'll be determined by, and see that big blob of powder there? This one's cool. But depending on what I put on top of them may cover it. Oh, this one I love. This one I really, really love because I like the splatters down in here, like the river. I really love that one. This one's pretty cool too. I don't know. I'm just going to have to wait. Now, see, this one I think is funky because it turned a little muddy, and then this is too pastel for me. But who knows? I can add orange ink or whatever. So, yeah, I think either one is going to work well. I really do. This is probably my favorite. You like the other ones better? Yeah, see, I don't know. I think for arting on top of and pushing the background back, I kind of like the other ones. These. These are pretty, but to me look more like a space theme. They look like space. Well, we picked the colors just because they're Halloween colors, right? But it is weird. Look at how different. I mean, and we used the exact same everything. The only thing different was, a little bit of technique. But the colors in these were the exact same. This one was done through the Tim Holtz tissue, and it kind of diffused the ink, and this was directly into water. This is on watercolor paper. This is on Bristol. So, I don't know. It's just weird that the same product can produce such different results. I could make up an orange spray to use here and there, yeah. Yeah, and I can add other products to it, There's nothing saying that these can't be altered at this point as well. And who knows, at the end of the day, maybe I'll just draw a pumpkin and say, that's that, I'm done. Yep, I have to decide, and I don't know. I've got time. They don't have to be there till what? October 16th or something? So I've got the whole month of September to dink with them. Yeah, different process and paper, same product. You get such different, utterly different results. It's just kind of mind-boggling, really. This one I think is gorgeous. Now, I will say that. And I'm not, Eileen knows, I was not a fan of orange and purple together, but that one, that is some kind of pretty. I don't want to give that one away. I may put that one in my beast tonight. I could stencil with acrylics. Yeah, there's a bunch of different things I can do. And they won't probably even remotely resemble what they look like today. But to me, as a background, I like this one better. This one is going to compete with whatever elements are on top of it too much. That's just my feeling. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go out and yak at those loser boys. See what Foxter's been up to. He's been out traveling the country is actually what he's been doing. And I've got a mess here I got to clean up again. So, chances are very good I will not be adding oxide inks to them. If I add any kind of inks, it will probably be dye inks. But yeah, who knows? Who knows? One, you know, and I know it's what everybody loves about the oxide inks, but I don't like that white powdery appearance or feel. Call me cuckoo. Alright, so you guys go have some fun. It's 2 o'clock. It's still early in the day. You can still have some fun. So, I'll just yak at you guys later, huh? And it'll be a big surprise what I use. Okay, thanks for watching if you watched on YouTube.